It looks like the crime scene tape is now going down. They're rolling it up, so hopefully we'll have some answers for you here soon, as we wait to find out more of those details. But it looks like law enforcement is talking to some other people as well, whether they live nearby or maybe know some details, but we're seeing them kind of it looks like they're starting to wrap up the scene here. They took down that crime scene tape that was all around the outside of this home here, scattered around the front of the house and down towards the side of the house as well, around the driveway. We did see law enforcement go inside as well, but it appears they're packing things up. And more people are standing in the front yard out here, I think probably talking to law enforcement as they try and work out exactly what happened, a lot of the latest details. But here's what we do have confirmed for you so far as we wait to hear back from law enforcement about some more of those details. We do know that potentially multiple people were hit in this shooting, and that this is a retaliation shooting to some gang-related activity, and that this is the third shooting to happen in the county in the past week. And due to this violence, there is going to be an increase in patrol, more people patrolling the streets from law enforcement, to really keep people safe out here. But again, even though they're wrapping up, we just saw them take down that crime scene tape. There's still a law enforcement presence out there. One thing to note, that just from watching this, it doesn't appear to me that the coroner's office has shown up. I could be wrong there. It is hard to see the full scope of this scene here because it is so dark. But that is one thing I have noted just from watching this scene, just over the past half hour or so. But again, that is just speculation. That is just me watching this scene unfold, and just seeing who has responded and what we know about who has responded so far. But again, multiple people are gathered around there. We think multiple people are hit. We're watching, they just rolled back that crime scene tape and put it in the back of the trunk. It appears they're closing it up now, and probably doing some final touches on this, on the details here. But we did see them flashing lights around the front yard, around the inside of around the outside of the home, and then going inside of the home as well. And then we saw more people start to gather around the house too. So not sure, what else is, occurring after this, and, the more details about the investigation. We're still waiting to hear, if in fact multiple people were hit or not. That is just something that law enforcement tells us they believe had happened. So we're still waiting on those details. And of course, right as we find out, we're going to bring them to you. But it appears that the scene is starting to wrap up now. Some people are starting to walk away from the home, or just kind of stand towards the end of what appears to be a driveway to me, but still, heavy law enforcement presence out there, standing around the corner of the house and kind of near the driveway over there, just talking and probably just trying to work out those details and really, figure out exactly how this all happened and played out. But what we do know is that this was a retaliation shooting due to some gang-related activity. This is the third shooting that happened in the county in the last week. So there is going to be an increase in law enforcement presence throughout the county. People are probably concerned due to this violence that has happened in the past week. So we will see that, increase of presence, or hope to see that increase of presence, as they say, just, due to the violence out here. Now, what we don't know, just because 3 shootings have happened, that doesn't mean they're necessarily all connected.